Welcome back to the JR&Skipps podcast. We're switching our focus to some things happening in the entertainment scene. Over the past few weeks, we've been seeing the boy, aka Drizzy Drake, Aubrey Graham, showing a lot of love to women out there. A few weeks ago, he hosted the Stronger Women, Stronger Drinks event in Toronto, where he was celebrating 50 of the most influential female content creators. And we saw that he gave away cars, some Birkins, vouchers, where some ladies were able to redeem them, and some went home with as much as 50K and as little as $10,000. Also, over the past weekend, in celebration of the 90th anniversary of Stake, which is the big gambling platform, their biggest ambassador, aka Drizzy Drake, was invited again for another night of streaming fun, where he was involved in a stream with his partner from Memphis, which is Ben the Don. Also, a friend of his, Kyle, asked him to participate in a 20v1 dating show, and that has sparked a lot of conversations online, different clips and different segments, how he navigated and broke down his categories for selecting ladies and his final top three, and just so much discourse. I mean, it's Drake. Anything he does makes the news these days. I think we tend to make a bigger deal out of what it is, but I guess that's why he's the goat of this thing. So to you, my G Skips, did you catch any of these events that I described? Did you see any clips?
Yes, my G. Absolutely. The algorithm wouldn't let me rest. I kept seeing Drake barking on Not
I
Like
mean,
Us
it's the boy. Oof,
over the
oof, oof,
weekend.
oof, oof.
So, I did see some of the clips from the event, and
Mhm.
honestly, my opinions might actually disagree with what you think, because the way it kind of felt to me was
Lay it on me,
boy,
pause.
the boy was calling out for shots, man. He keeps doing things that just makes everyone want to question his personality, because we're talking about a guy that when he dropped his album, he dropped a video with about 40, 50 GUNS on the floor, acting tough guy, tough guy. Next thing I'm seeing him backing for a gut chick, trying to... Man, I just feel this some lame shit, man. I don't just get it, because the boy is supposed to be that guy, and if we're supposed to compare the boy with people like Kendrick Lamar, Hova, Cole, these guys are on top of their game, and you never see them messing around and looking stupid on social media. So I don't know, maybe it's just a normal social media craze. I think it's probably mixing with the wrong crowds in terms of Ben Dadon. That's something I expect Ben Dadon to do, but come on, the boy, man, be a man. You did talk about being a man in your last album, so we want to see more of that rather than you looking silly, begging Leonardo the plug for vacation dates when you're obviously paying
Okay.
for it. So,
Okay.
just maybe my points are kind of on the other side as to what you saw, and you probably found that as entertainment. So I'm gonna throw it back to you though. So
Now I'm gonna test it.
Okay. What do we? Just give me one.
Would you bark for me? Good boy.
Yeah.
You know what the rule play?
I'm I know exactly what to do.
You know
here.
what? Never mind.
did you see these clips I'm talking about in terms of the boy backing for the gut chick?
Yeah, I did.
How did you find out, man?
I found it amusing and it was funny to me.
Yeah, so if you find it amusing, yeah. If you saw someone like Jay doing that, like, would you find it amusing?
No, I wouldn't, because that's not Jay's personality, right?
Oh, so
I
this
mean,
is the boy's personality then, yeah?
obviously, if you follow Drake since he's been the kid actor from Degrassi, he came
Yeah.
into the game when he was singing on hooks and trying to make records for the ladies. This is all I've heard all Drake's career. Oh, Drake, why are you doing this? This is not what the traditional person to do. But here we are, 18, 19 years later, and he's still the most talked about artist. So obviously, him being himself and doing what he needs to do is what separates him from the rest, right? I would not. I don't expect Pat to sing like Mike or Mike to rap like Biggie. Like, we have different artists with different personalities. I think Aubrey's whole shit to me is a guy who doesn't try to take himself too seriously. I think during the pandemic, he did his dress up a day in the life of Drake, where he was paying homage to a content creator who likes to show up together. The point I'm trying to make basically is that this is a very Drake thing to do. So I don't know why everyone is acting like Drake just decided to do this today. Like, we see Drake do things like this. It's right up Drake's alley. Like, when I saw him making fun with the Jordan Lucas girl, and she was like, "What are we going to name our kid?" And it was like Deshay, referring to her ex, who's a streamer as well. It just let me know that, oh, even if he's indulging this girl and giving her 25K and buying her a Birkin, doesn't mean he doesn't have an idea of who she is or what she has going on in her life. At the end of the day, like I said, he's being paid to come and promote the steak brand. So he's basically being paid to clown around and have fun. I've watched skits where Drake was hosting ESPN. He had skits with Will Ferrell where he was clowning on basketball players. I've seen Drake in the Anchorman 2 movie where he was making fun of himself. I've seen Drake in the Think Like a Man movie with Kevin Hart where he was dating Gail. The point I'm trying to make is Jay-Z has never done any of this in his career. So if I see him doing something like, obviously I'm going to have something to say about it in the sense that, yo, why are you acting out of character, right? A few years ago, I was watching a Drake stream with Bobby Altov and she was asking him, yo, what's your idea of a dream girl? And he basically says, a goth body, right? And 3 years later, we see him on stream with a goth body and he's basically clowning around. That says to me, this is someone who's true to himself. Fine, some people might find it corny, some people might find it lame, and we are all entitled to our opinions, right?
Yeah.
But I think it becomes a derangement syndrome when we are trying to attach our biases to it. Speaking of attaching our biases, I was listening to the Breakfast Club and DJ NV was like, I saw Drake on the stream and he backing on stream, to your point. This is why I don't think so many people respect his skills as an MC. And I'm like, yo, dude, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, you said your girl was the one who told you that you needed to wash your ass when you got in the shower. Are you the one who I'm supposed to look at, who's supposed to set the cool standards for me? Then he went on to say, oh, Jay-Z is cool, DMX was cool, God rest the dead. And I'm sorry, I'm not speaking down on DMX, but this is someone who struggled with crack and went to prison for tax evasion. That's cool to you? You will literally pick someone like that over backing them. Like what are we doing, fam? The point I'm trying to make is there's no rule book on what's supposed to be cool, right? Like we are our artists are supposed to are allowed to have personalities outside the music, right? I don't think anyone should be boxed in like should have an image to always portray every time. That's the point I'm
Yeah.
trying to make. Like it's on brand for Aubrey, right? To be fooling around, to make fun of himself, to quote and unquote rage bait people into conversation. I think if you ask me, I would rather my goats participate in things that like the everyday person can relate to, because despite him backing for the goth girl, people not talk about the part where she asked him if he could buy a house for her mom because her mom has been struggling to retire for a while and he said he was going to do it. So at the end of the day, I would take a little lighthearted bounce and, life-changing moves over, this fake tough guy persona when you're 40. And I know you're really not about that life. Like you're 40 years old and you're almost a billionaire. I know you're not a fake gangster. So I'd rather see the authentic you than this proposed image. But I get it why people say it's corny, like shit.
Yeah, but you see, that's the problem though, because you're playing one side, but then the fact is the media personality that Drake portrays is a tough guy personality, man. We saw the videos to show. I just referenced the video where he
Okay.
had
Oh yeah.
about
Thank you. So
40 to
exactly. Thank
50
you for bringing them up.
on the.
The guns on the floor was in reference to a photo shoot done by another photographer, I think in the year 2024, and he just took the inspiration from that. I think we could add the link to and the reference at the bottom of the video for everyone to fact check. And
Yeah, but you got to
also,
pick one, bro. Are you the
why?
gun guy, tough guy,
Why?
gun
Why
hand
do I have to
signal
pick
guy, or
one?
are you the guy backing for chicks?
Why
You
can't I
know,
be both? Why?
No, but you can't be both, man.
Why? Who
Everybody
says
has a
who?
personality. You can't
Says
have
who?
a. Are you a split personality guy? You're
Of
tough at
course,
home
that's why I'm
and cool
complex.
outside. Which
And
is it?
also, like I said, he was on the 20v1 dating show at the request of his friend. Are you trying to say because I'm trying to maintain a tough guy persona, if my friend
No, no,
asks me
but
to
that's
have
no.
fun?
I think you're missing the point. Yeah, the point is be yourself. So if you're gonna be yourself, you can't get on your music and act like you're a tough guy when in actual sense you're a cool soft guy. And if you're a cool soft guy, just be a cool soft guy. The reason why all this beef and all that happened was people were saying this guy is like what's the word Kendrick actually used? He says colonizer coming to where we're from and trying to act like you're one of us, like you're like us, but you're not really like us. Hence the not like us
And it
banter.
makes no sense
So
because Drake's
bro,
dad is from Memphis. So how will you come around somewhere where you're already from? Makes no sense.
yeah, Drake is
I,
Canadian. No? What are you talking about?
his dad is from Memphis, America.
Yeah,
His
but
uncle.
is a Canadian boy, grew up in Canada, Toronto, the six. Like,
Anyways, I don't think black culture is monolith. So I don't think Kendrick Lamar
no, no,
from
look,
Los
no,
Angeles
look.
can
Don't
define
get
what
me
a black
twisted
person
here,
should
man.
and should not
I'm
do.
not I'm not the kind of guy that is trying to hug black culture. Like everybody can be who they want to be. And my own point here is be yourself. If who you are is actually the soft guy, then look, embrace it, man, and accept that this is who you are. Back for
No, the
chicks,
point is people
do
think you
all
cannot
that,
walk
but
and
don't
people think
come
you
out
cannot
here.
walk and chew gum at the same time. I can be a serious guy when it's time to be serious, but when it's time to have fun, I could be a fun guy. It doesn't make me
Nah,
fake.
look, I have one personality here, and I don't change. You know, I'm a serious minded person, and that's who I am. You know, the idea is I'm not gonna get on a let's say I make music, man. I'm not gonna get on my music and start acting like I'm some gangster tough guy when in the
and
actual
that's
sense
and that's
I'm a
cool,
cool
right?
soft guy.
That's what you choose to do, right? The point I'm trying to make is
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we are all opining and we are all dropping opinions. Who knows if Drake is actually the gangster crime
But we
mob
wanna
guy?
know, bro. We
How do
wanna
you
know.
want to
Show
know
us who you
without him
are, bro.
implicating himself? He literally says it in plot twists. I'm with the guys that you people keep talking on Reddit about. In
But
Toronto,
that's our
in
point, bro. You
so
were
how
talking
do you know
about
this
they
is not
don't
part
do
of the
this stuff,
persona to throw
man.
people off the scent? If I'm acting like the tough guy, am I not literally just blowing up the plot twist? That's the plot twist, my G. And in reference to the fact that you're
Yeah.
saying he's talking tough about dropping 3 albums, yo, before Iceman came out, rappers like Rick Ross, we had the Joe Budden podcast calling him a corpse. We had people saying he was not going to replicate his numbers. Whack 100, games manager, and it was
Well, he didn't
AKA.
though. He dropped 2 albums that flopped, man.
Oh,
Like Habibti wasn't a great success.
so
Maid of Honor wasn't great
if
either.
Abipti flopped, then it made of honor flop with the R&B and house records. By your standards, then no rap album has made sense since GNX 2024 or For All Your
Yeah,
Dogs
well, you know what
2024,
I'm
right?
gonna do is judge him based on his peers. And in terms of his peers, you know, I'm looking at Kendrick's last 3 albums, GNX,
Last
Mr.
3 rap
Morale, and Big
albums,
Stepper, and I think damn. So Kendrick's last 3 albums have definitely been harder than Aubrey's last 3 albums.
three
If I
rap
want to go on
albums.
the other side to Cole, you know, Cole just dropped
Are you comparing their rap
uh
albums that you're
two
trying to be funny and comparing J. Cole
look,
to an R&B
what Cole
album?
just did, yeah, that's basically 2 albums in one, you know.
Two
So
rap albums, right?
if I was even gonna take that approach of 2 albums, even though it's one, I'm still gonna say Cole's albums were better because yeah, Iceman was cool, but what is a Habibti, man? What is a
You're
Maid of
all over
Honor?
the place with your logic, my guy. If we are comparing his peers in rap, why are you comparing them to his R&B and house records? Are you
Yeah, but
scared
we
to
don't
compare? Are
care,
you scared to
man. You
compare their
said
rap?
you're a rapper, right?
Then let's
And
compare
all
their
we
rap
want to know
albums.
is
Then,
the last work you did. Nobody cares if it was a house album, an R&B.
bro,
Just drop an album.
do you want to have a serious conversation on rap albums? Like, do you really want to talk numbers with Aubrey?
Bruh, as I said, in terms of numbers, yeah, Drake's last 3 albums do not match up to Kendrick's last 3 albums. No cap.
You know the funny thing is, you guys want Kendrick to be king of rap, but you want to compare him
No,
to
we
an
don't,
R&B.
bro. Just saying he's the guy. King Kunta is the guy, like he's the man. But then when man starts
Based on
coming out
what?
talking about you know, if you want to diss, my pen is not dry. Dude, your pants went dry when Not Like Us dropped. We
He
didn't see you
didn't
for a
because
bit.
he dropped
You
the
went
last.
into hiding and hibernation and had to reflect about your life. I came back dropping albums talking about make them this, make them that. Dude,
Bro,
just drop music, man.
you're living in your bubble. This is an alternate reality because we can literally go on Google and ask who dropped
Yeah.
and check who dropped the last song in their back and forth. It was Drake with the hard passes. So I don't know what you're
Yeah, but
talking
it
about.
didn't.
Is
That was
to
man. The
you,
Hard Part Six.
to
Nobody cared
you.
about that, man.
You
You know
didn't care, but it
the
doesn't
beat
change
winning
the fact.
song already dropped.
Relax, but it doesn't change the fact now that you said he went into hiding, but he didn't. He dropped the last this
Yeah,
song.
but he did, man. We didn't see Drizzy for a bit, man.
You did it.
Man was
He dropped the 100 gig song with It's Up. He dropped the circadian rhythm, and
man.
like
Nobody
you
cared
didn't
about
see.
all that stuff, man. We're listening to Not Like Us.
At the end of the day, since
Yeah,
2024,
yeah.
GNX Drake has 9 albums outstreaming GNX, Mr. So-called King of the Rap Sheets.
Okay.
Nobody has dropped an album that has sold more than Iceman. The
Yeah.
last time someone had a rap single in the top 5 for more than 2 weeks was Drake
Okay.
after debuting. The last time someone had an album stay in the top 10 for over 2 months is Drake. The most Billboard charts, most number ones in rap history is Drake. Most number one singles in rap history is Drake. So if you're comparing him to his peers, I really don't know why you're trying to make it seem like Kendrick has
Well,
only three albums,
the point I'm
to
trying to
his
make
name.
here is Drake is 39, and in my opinion, yeah, lame shit is lame shit. So if I see a boy doing lame shit, I'm
To
gonna call
you,
him out. If I
to you,
see Kendrick doing lame shit, I'm gonna call him out. I know lame shit, there's a definition for lame shit. It's just lame. It's
to
something
you,
that's not expected.
to you. because something can be lame to you, but it's not lame to me. Like we're not
Okay,
monolith
so
now.
I guess you didn't find the backing lame, and that's
I
cool.
literally just said I didn't find it lame. I found it funny and amusing.
Found it
Like,
funny. Okay, I guess
yeah.
he's a comedian now. But
Yeah.
it,
Any problem?
it's all good, man. He can be a comedian. He can
Because the funny
entertain
thing
us.
is, you guys like to talk about these other so-called cool guys who are 39, but you guys don't play
Yeah.
their music. You don't engage
Nah,
with
we
their.
do, bro. I don't know about you, but look, I listened to Cole's album till date. I listened to
I'm sorry,
GNX.
but the numbers don't say the numbers don't support what you're saying, right? Last I checked, Drake has 59 some streams daily.
Doesn't make him not
That's more than
lame.
J. Cole, Kendrick, and Future combined.
It
So I
doesn't
don't know
make
what
him
you mean
not
by you
lame.
play his
No,
music.
that's
If you're
it.
playing the music, like the same thing he said. Kendrick always talks about having classics, and Drake was like, "How do you have classics if nobody revisits them? And if
But that's
people are
just Drake's opinion, though. I still
no,
revisit
it's the
them.
numbers. How is it his opinion? You're the one dropping opinions by saying it
Man,
came and
last I
went.
checked, yeah, Luther was on the chart for, man, God knows how long. Not Like Us has
You mean
done
that butted records?
one diamond, right? Luther has also done a diamond. So are those not numbers?
So two songs in Kendrick's whole career is what you're using
What's the
to.
threshold? 3?
No, the threshold is more like 9 or 10, which Drake has.
Look,
So I
man,
don't understand.
see, Kendrick has about 4 tracks that have done diamond, and the only person that has more is Eminem with 5. So go get your facts right,
I'm
man.
sorry, please, yo, users in the chat, you need to fact check this lying Kendrick Lamar star. Like, what kind of broad daylight lie is this keyboard stand about to put on us? What
Bruh,
do you
look.
mean?
Mans don't cap, man. No cap. No cap. About, even though I'm wearing a cap, but no
Please,
cap.
my fellow viewers, please, you guys need to cook this Kendrick Lamar stand in the
All
chat for
right,
me,
fact
please.
check me.
Because
Prove me
he's
wrong.
just inventing
Put it
stats
in the
right now
chat. And,
to make his
let's
boy
figure
look
out who's
big.
capping here.
Anyways, well, I'm thankful for Drake in Kendrick's life. First things first, he gave him the opening to a bigger audience. And when his career was dying, he gave him the biggest single of his career. Thankfully, that going forward, when Drake wants to have a sold out show, his fans will not ask him to talk about somebody else if they want to be lit, right? We can dance to Drake's songs without, thinking of him talking about Kendrick. But I'm sorry, Kendrick will never be able to talk without playing his biggest records, which is about the boy or where he was featured on the boy song. So I guess at the end of the day,
Well,
we all
thanks to Drake for giving the boy his biggest song, making it good diamond. I was
yeah,
gonna
of
keep
course. We
performing
we
and
all know why he
dancing
went number
to
one. It's clearly
Crip
because of the boy
Walking
now. And like you
and
said,
all that.
even Bugs the Bronx dunked for once. Like it's nice to win a championship. It doesn't make you the goat of the game, but you just won one
Well, speaking
championship.
about the
Right?
GOAT of the game, though, it remains Hope, H.O.V., Tova, Jay-Z. Drake is never going to be on that level because, as I said, there's levels to this.
He might
Man,
never
I
be
think
he might never be on Jay's level, which we agree. But one thing I
yeah,
can let you know is that in this generation, he's
yeah.
peerless. You can accept me. You
Nah,
can
it's got
accept that.
peers, man. His peers are Kendrick and Cole. That's it. Like, Drake fans can deny it as much as they want, but he has peers because he went against his
Yo,
peer in a beef and lost. So
yeah,
I'm not sure what this
the
fearless conversation is about.
the same way Harry Kane might probably have won a game against Ronaldo does not make him Ronaldo's peer. It just means he won a game against Ronaldo.
Ah,
Like it
but the
is what it
peers,
is.
man, they're at the top of the game, man. What do you
No,
mean
no,
by
no. Yeah, we can be at the top of the game, but where
oh,
I
I think
am,
fearless?
like you're still below me. Like it's facts. I'm sorry. Like, is the only one who has multiple albums still charting, showing that his fans are still engaging with his thing. He has anything he touches becomes a conversation. He has
Yeah.
multiple record-breaking feats, so we can go on and on and on and all day. Like, I don't want to play the numbers game with Drake because it's gonna feel like glazing, right? Like at the end of the day, more music, like men lie, women lie, numbers don't. That's what to the goats, Jay-Z, right? So
Okay,
we can
okay.
both have our opinions from now to tomorrow, but when we bring out the numbers, one clearly sits above the rest. So we all know
Okay.
who
You
the
know,
goat of
if
this
there's
shit
one
is.
thing I can take from this is that you finally agree that Jay-Z is the GOAT because a couple episodes ago you're calling Mans
I
Grams
I
because of Drake.
I
But
before
cool.
I shit on Hove, I always quantify it with I'm just playing bands. Like Jay is Jay, like Hove is Hove.
Jay
Like
is
it's
Jay. Thanks, my G. Jay
when it
is
comes to
Jay.
top two for me, like it's Hove then Drake, right? Like I might
You know,
joke
for
about
me it's
Hove.
Hope, and there's like a gap. Then it's Drake, Kendrick, Cole,
You
and
can give
Cole.
as much gap as you like, and I'm not going to dispute that because, like I said, Hove was
Uh,
doing this in '96 when Drake was still looking up to
You
him. So
get me. You
the
get
gap you
me.
can give whatever gap you want to give. That's fine. The fact that we are clearly saying after Hove is one person, it's a big props to Drake. And also, you have to remember that I didn't say it. Kanye West said if Drake wasn't putting pressure on them, him and Hove would never have dropped What the Throne. I mean, at that same time, Kendrick was alive, J. Cole was alive, but there was only one person who was forcing the Ghost to collabo and say, hey, watch the throne. When Jay-Z was on his song with J. Cole called A Star Is Born, he literally said, Drake is up next. See what he do with it. Like, hey, I didn't say it. I'm just quoting the Ghost, right? So he didn't say Kendrick is up next. See what he do with it. Like, I'm just telling you, like, bro, so it's all fair. It's
Okay,
all
okay.
good.
So, at the end of the day, it's all fun and games, banter. Please don't take us too serious.
You don't take us too
We're here
serious. So
to
if you
we're
guys
here to
like,
entertain you
if
and
you
give
guys are
you
mad that
something
Drake
to
is
talk
doing this, you
about.
guys are very, 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 very qualified. I'm a Drake Venger and this is a Hope Venger. So we are just clashing for the fun of the game at the end of the day. It's all
Exactly,
love. It's
exactly.
all love.
So,
But let us know
what
what you
one thing
think in the comments, right? Do you think Drake is not acting his age? Do you think he needs to do quote and unquote what 14-year-old millionaires need to do? I'm not a 40-year-old billionaire. I probably don't know what they need to do, but do you think he needs to act his age? Do you like to see him be more authentic? And are you one of the keyboard stands that are still begging their ghosts to give them music so they can talk about? Because I don't understand why so-called Kendrick fans who say Drake is not like them spend their weekends listening to someone and talking about someone who's not like them. Kendrick Lamar, please give your people something to listen to, okay? This disappearing gimmick is getting to the boys are starving in the streets. Like, give them something, right? Give them some. Is it because there are no bots anymore? You can't inflate the numbers. Like, come on, don't be shy. Drop, drop. It's
so
fine.
you
It's fine.
really want him to drop. The last time he
It's
dropped, man,
fine.
you
It's
know what
fine. No,
happened.
Kojo
But
is in
cool.
hiding now. It's no more bots. No, you can't inflate the numbers anymore. The bot farm is gone. Like, just drop. Let's see who you really are. Drop. It's fine. It's fine. You don't need to sign that hidden contract with the label 2 weeks before you release your reply. Like, it's fine. Just drop. It's fine. It's fine. Like, the game needs you, right? You're supposed to be running this shit. It's been 2 years now. Like, come on. Help your fans. They are starving. They are busy writing analysis about what Drake is doing with his money. Like, give them music to talk about. And also to the point about the rappers who came and went with their albums. I think he was specifically talking about Rick Ross. Banter aside now, let's get back to the topic, right? Before Iceman dropped, Rick Ross went on a whole press conference tour shitting. Even after Iceman dropped, he was shitting on the album, only for him to drop Set in Stone and go double plastic. So I think it's only right if Drake replies and says, hey, your album was hello and goodbye. I don't think people should take it personal because at the end of the day, rap is a competition. You should be able to give it out and dish it back, right? As much as Aubrey talks his shit, he has never ducked smoke from anyone. And if you want to give it back to him, fine. It's all fair and well. You can clown him as much as you get. But we cannot act like he doesn't have the right to say things back to people who antagonize him every time. So that's my final closing remark for this.
Okay, okay. I guess you had a lot on your chest and you had to
Bro,
let it
I'm
out.
crashing out. Crashing out for
And
Aubrey. Actually,
that's
I'm
what the
telling
pod
you.
is for us to let our opinions out there and
Crash
let you
out.
guys digest them and give us your feedback. So please remember to hit the subscribe button and please follow us on social media platforms. It's JR_Skipps on Twitter and JR_Skipps
Six
on
six six six
Instagram.
six six
Hey
six.
yo.
Six God. 6666666.